my follower, whoever you are this morning that I'm speaking to, I want to encourage you that learn how to communicate. One of the trump cards of your survival in your destination through your transition is your ability to communicate. Your communication skills will drive you direct into your destination. Because when you are not able to communicate, your destination will not be arrived by you. You cannot know where you are going. And I mean, at times it's funny. I remember I traveled one time and I transited from one point of the port to the other point so I could join my next flight. And it was written on my card to go to DA7. And where I was at T7. So I'm supposed to look for DA7. Do you know what happened to me? I walked through DA7. I didn't look on my thing, but I told the people I'm going to 7. And they say, go for it. Until I met somebody who said, can I have you? Can he have your document? And the guy looked on the document and said, oh, my brother, you're going to DA7, and DA7 is behind you. You look there. So walk back. I bypassed the place because it was written I didn't see. And even down in Accra airport here, there was a time I was traveling. I was asked to go to gate 7 something. I bypassed the gate 7 and was looking for it. So usually communication is done either verbally or non-verbally. We have treated the how, and we made it clear to you that the way you present yourself and the way you address people who are communicating with or you're communicating with tells how you are able to get what you want from them. If you walk into the hospital area, a nurse in the uniform, a doctor in a lab coat with a stethoscope on the neck will easily tell you who the person is. If you are driving in town and you see a car, there are cars that have stickers on them that tells you that it's from the office of the president. There is a normal place that tells you it's SP. So there are CD cars. So your non-verbal also has the weight of communicating. In the couple of other conversation, I made it clear to you for you to understand that when it comes to relationship and marriage, and we have explained what it means to have relationship, we've made it clear to you that relationship one way or the other is also in the office, is in public space, is in our churches, is in our home, is in our day-to-day activity, is in this particular endeavor that I'm trying to get you involved in my act. All these things are part of what we call communication. Is somebody getting me today? So we said that in relationship, all these forms of communication are employed or are needed. So when it comes to relationship and marriage is where one has bride price have been paid and has legally, traditionally, officially been accepted to live together. Cohabitation cannot be called marriage. So we are saying that in marriage communication, your type of relationship or the type of union or the type of fraternization also have a way that you can communicate. So in every business line, there are terms and conditions in their communication. When you are in church, the way you talk cannot be the same like you are in the mosque. When you find yourself in the fetish zone, the way you talk cannot be the same like you find yourself in the mosque area or in any other place. So your location at the moment will define the way you communicate. So in relationship and in marriage, there is a particular fundamental statement in your mind. I am talking to my wife. I am talking to my husband. I am talking to my in-law. I am talking to my... So immediately you know who you are addressing. Your communication pattern will be affected by who you are addressing in your system. We have discussed this extensively, and today I am dealing with a particular topic that I will end tomorrow for you, and it is when to communicate. We have done the how, we have done the where, and say when to communicate. It is said that silence is golden. But there's a proverb in our local parlance that says that one kasa uti wa ye bone. How do I translate this? One kasa uti wa ye bone. If a barber is designing your haircut and you don't vehemently take an initiative of telling the barber what must be done for your haircut, you will regret you gave your hair to that barber. I remember my wife complimenting my haircut about some 5 days ago and asked me again, is it your barber who did the haircut? I say yes. She say, wow. He did it the same way he has been doing it. Then I told her, one of these days, I'm going to give my head to one of his boys, because when he's not available, I get stranded. So I will experiment my haircut with one of his boys in the shop. She didn't say anything, but I said, It means that she's expecting one day I walk to the house and will ask me, my husband, is everything okay? You know what it means? People go to the salon and they go and fix a hair that when they come home, you ask them, hey, Bibi Abako, are you okay? So the proverb is that if you don't tell the hairdresser or the barber what they should do on your head, they will use your head for an experiment that is not befitting to who you are. So the proverb that we have known for some time says that anytime you have gotten yourself into a barbering shop, give the barber a design and constantly watch in the mirror and see if you are on the path of giving your haircut. So when you say silent is golden, when you tell yourself silent is golden, remember, it is not the goldenness of your silence. There are some times that your silence cannot be golden because the goldenness of your life is not in your silence, but it's in your voice. Speak out, write it out, make your poster reflect what you are disliking. Don't keep quiet and say, I am waiting for them to see what they are about to do. There are some conclusions in your life that will never help you. There are some posts that people will write about you that you need to go and confront them and deal with the post. There are some write-ups that will come into the internet that everybody say leave them alone and let them do what they want to do. But if you don't go and confront and change the statement, it ends up to become something else. My brother, my sister, the how, the when, and the why is very important. But don't assume a point and say you don't have to talk every time. Silence can be golden, but it is not all the time that silence is golden. Silence has become a deadly weapon in our life, because in many times of our life, where we are supposed to speak, we are quiet. Where we are not supposed to speak, then we are speaking. As a wife, there are times you need to know when to speak. As a subordinate in the office, when to speak, because your when to speak is determining by the situational report. And I love Bible because of theology. I love reading and reading things that are not important. A story I read one time, which I shared with people many times, and let me say it here too. A woman was traveling through the desert with a son. In her estimation, with a son running away from death, just like Ishmael traveling with Hagar from the house of Sarah after Sarah sacked them from the place. That journey, Bible says that they were served, given water and given enough to travel to a place that they didn't know. In their journey of life, the water got finished. The child was thirsty. Hagar didn't have an idea how to give the child any form of water again. So she left the child under a particular tree and went to sit down. Let destiny determine our next page of life in our transition. Hear my story. In your transition, a lot of decisions must be made. Decisions are not made in your destination. They are made in your transition. Hagar made it clear to the boy that your survival has left my hands. The last water I have, we have drunk. But God came through because of the thirsty nature of the child. The story was said that the woman had the last water that could lead them to the next nearby place. That she didn't know, but she envisaged that the way this place looks foggy, the way this place looks soaked, it is likely that there is a well closer to us. but the water left needs a transportation to the other side. The question is, I asked you this morning, between the mother and the child, who must drink the last water? Mother is weak. The child is weak. The available water needs a journey. But in a book they ask, between the mother and the child is crying, I am thirsty. The child is crying, I am thirsty. The last water can be drunk by the mother, can be drunk by the child, but they will still be thirsty again. The woman is looking at water at a particular distance. The question was, between the woman and the child, who should drink the water? Give me your answers. You find yourself when to speak. When to speak. There is a time for speaking. There is a time for shutting up. But in communication, you need to listen before you can know when. Your anger should not precede a communication. When should I speak? When can I speak? In communication, your when is very essential. But when is a location? Your location is not always where you are physically present. But you can find location not in your physical presence, but in your mental presentation. Imagine I am in the United States of America and I'm in the Bronx right now. I can only know when I am located. Who should drink the water is my question for you today. Should the mother take the water, or the mother should give the water to the child? This morning, your when depends on the circumstances surrounding you and your level of information. Wow, Lydia has started. She says the child must take the water. The child must take the water. When? You want your face? When? When should I speak? They are damping your spirit. They are saying things against you. When should I speak? Silence is golden. Leave them for God. Why do you leave them for God? They are destroying your career. They are tarnishing your reputation. Why are you quiet? Baby, the child must take the water. Wow. Girl, how are you doing, yeah? The child must take the water according to my baby, yeah. Yeah, Bentel is my baby. You're disturbing. Oh.
Go back.
Who must take it? Who must take the water? Wow. Yeah, says the mother can endure, so she give to the child. Wow. Yeah, if you come on the page and want us to come and do love here, it won't work. Call me behind the scene, let's do love. We are doing it. Hi, baby, how are you doing? I'm blessed. And you, I don't know. You are communicating to me. And you, I don't know. What a fancy girl who want to come and then destroy my love relationship with yourself. That's just by the way. Who must drink the water? Who must drink the water? The mother, so that she can get this, they can get the strength and go for the child. Whoa. Whoa. I love this one. He says it's the mother. The mother. MFA says the mother must drink for the strength for the child. Sabina says the two should share. It is not a shareable water. Like the 10 virgins, the 5 were foolish. You can't share. It is either one will drink, the child or the mother. They all need it at the time according to the book. Every bit of the water is needed. The quantity will survive both mother and child, but can be shared. When in life we communicate, the when is very important. The logical thinking of a man, the antennas of your thinking must be activated when you want to speak. Because until you speak, nobody knows your mind. You are hard pressed, you are crushed, and they say, give it to God. Should you communicate? And I told you, the communication is not just about speaking. The when can be absorbed by your postures. So once communication is in different forms, that could be either by verbal, non-verbal, by writing. My when can be, I can hold my jaw at my when. So when a situation is going bad and they ask you on radio, Councillor Littrot, get a bit sure no waba, and your friend is a Siano, yet we find it in and to ya. By a friend, ya, Tony ya, a son said, the security reasons in tea. Or see on no waba, best 3 years ago. Yansu and Papa, where, and tea and Bessa didn't say a bibeba. And your friend no pay say, come and remove your mouth. When they call you and you come and tell them, you made them say, but same way there, me bushing for say, me mamin can you have communicated. The next headline news: an alleged baby mama of Councillor Littrot said Councillor Littrot has a son with her. On radio, Littrot, when he was confronted, declined to speak because the family has taken a stand in his life. You communicated. But when do you communicate? The young lady is saying this thing. That is where your antennas must be up, so you can easily come and say, oh yes, yes, I have a child with her. And she has run away with this child for more than 6 years now. People, if you know where this lady is, can you assist me immediately that I reported to the police 7 years ago that my son was missing by the mother? And we launched, we've not seen her. Please, wherever she's located, I want to say it loud on radio. She's not called Ya alone. She is called Ya Bentil. She has run away with my child, and the police is looking for him. I'm sending you a picture right now that we took the last time. Oh my God, Councillor Littrot, Papa. No, the lady came to disgrace you with the child. I will affirm the child. Let her break loose. But you are there, and they create stories. And they create stories, and they create stories, and they create stories. Even Jesus Christ was quiet, but his posture communicated. Silence can be golden, but what is silence? This morning, when should I communicate? Is it when it's bad? Is it when it's good? Is it when I'm happy? Is it when I'm sad? Every minute of a man's life, you communicate. Don't be deceived. I'm not in the mood to talk. So if you're not in the mood to talk, what mood are you in? Silence is communication. So when you're not in the mood to talk, then you are in another mood. What mood is that? mood is that? The mother and the child who must drink the water. Your decision at when, it's very, very essential. On 0277, so I bring my lecture for a close for today. On 609, there's a 644. On 0277 609 644. On 0277 609 644. I tell everybody that this number might not be a friendly number to all of you, but it's a type of number that one day you might need. It's a simple law. Think well. The mother and the child who must drink this last water of survival. Many answers have come. But when decisions must be made during your transition, you learn when to talk, when to delay gratification. Because usually, when you keep quiet, you destroy a lot of things. Your quietness is still communication. But I want to encourage you. Plan before you talk. Don't talk because microphones are in front of you. You remember doing the election petition? People were granted microphones and they began talking. And because they were granted microphone and began talking, some of them were held contempt. Some were in court, some were out of court. The fact that the microphone is open, the fact that Facebook is live, the fact that the numbers have come, the fact that nobody is appearing on your page, that doesn't mean you have to learn how to communicate in these times. Because if you don't know how to communicate in these times, you become used but less. When do we communicate? Tomorrow, this lecture will come to an end. Because the next road show that you will have will be massive. You will smile, and you don't know why you're smiling. But when to communicate must be really determined by your analysis and your logical thinking ability. Bible says that when Joseph got to Shechem, unfortunately, the brothers were not there for him to feed them. He looked stranded. His communication, his body language made everybody around know that this young man is looking for some particular people for some particular reason. So they approach him. Why are you stranded, young boy? I'm looking for my brothers who I brought them food. My father said they were in Shechem, but right now I came, they are not here. The people, the men said, we heard them saying they are going to Dothan. The time that your when to talk is where you believe that the man who has come before you can offer your solution. Your when is where you believe that the answer to my question is before me. Don't just talk and give yourself up. The when is important. The where and the when are not the same. The how and the when are not the same. This morning, let me say a big thank you to Honey Ginger Chips. Ginger Honey Chips. Don't change the title. Ginger Honey Chips. Chew some. Drink water. Get free flow of your voice. Your life will never be the same again. It's very essential. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. My friend, this life we live has a meaning. You can only live on this earth if you have a meaning for the life you live. On 0277609644, order for your ginger honey chips. The same way you can order for this. If you're in the United States of America, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It is one of the numbers that when you call in the United States of America, your supply of ginger will come to you. As I wrap up this morning, I want to encourage you. Know when to communicate. Remember, even when you have closed your mouth, you are communicating. When you fold your arms, you are communicating. When you just blink your eye, you are communicating. When you lift your glasses down, you are communicating. When you reposition your cap, you are communicating. So don't tell me silence is golden. Have you ever been silent before? When were you silent? When? Council, I was watching everything, but I didn't want to share. I came live and I was watching, but I didn't want to show myself. You communicated. The when is part of your destiny orientation. This morning, when can I talk to my husband? People have planned when. There are many a times that the mood swing of the man doesn't qualify what you're about to tell him. There are many a time that the swing of your wife doesn't qualify what you're about to share with her. Know when, so that your communication will become important. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go and press the bell after looking for Counselor Lutrot. The same way, follow me right now by pressing the knob under the Facebook. Be part of the big family. Family, there's a surprise coming on your way, and you will love the surprise. When the surprise comes, you understand the surprise I'm talking about. I'm honored to have all of you this morning appearing. Not forgetting my baby, Yabentel. This morning, don't forget your motivational message. Learn how to delay gratification during your transition, because your destination is where your destiny lies. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'll see you again another time today in the afternoon. And tonight, I'm doing Let's Talk About Sex in the evening. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much, MF. Thank you, Yabentel. Thank you, Sabina. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Akosiana. All of you who came this morning, I am honored to have you here. Good morning to you. Remember, Friday, one of the things we're doing is to go and donate 100 Ghana cedis and above. Call me right after this place, Lydia. Send me your 100 Ghana cedis with your name, and I'll go and do it for you. Why? Because we need to support the building of the cathedral. It is voluntary. It's not by force. I'm only reminding you that if you're ready for us, join me do it the way it must be done. I love you. I love you. But I love Lydia more than the rest of you. Because that is what you're thinking. Because she's the last person who said daddy. But I said this so that it will hurt Yabentel. That I said Lydia more. But we all know the boldness of the heart of Yabentel is what is making me look excited, sumptuous, sexy, and sumptuous this morning. When love comes, you lose your center. You're confused. But let me just say this by the way. I love you all, especially you, MFA. God bless you. The facility we use for our stable internet, your contribution is still welcome. You can send it to me on my Momo account, 055 000 5077 055 000 5077. I am not hurt. Oh, unless you don't know me. Okay, I know you. And because you are not hurt, I'll keep hurting you because you are not hurt. Every day keep saying you are not hurt. And before you realize, you become a bank of hurt. Good morning. I'll see all of you again. You can call me for your counseling for any other issue on 0277 609 604. I am out of here this morning and love you all once again. Please order for my ginger chips, ginger honey chips. Order for it on 0277 609 604. God bless you. 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 God bless you.